Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Stavros Matsoukas. I am a medical graduate and a fitness athlete. In today's video, I would like to present you the RENPHO measuring tape and how it helps me, from my point of view, to track my progress in the less possibly painful way. So before we start, I'd like to thank RENPHO because it's the sponsor of today's video. I remember when I started bodybuilding, I wanted to track my progress and I did not have a weight scale, and probably I did not know that there are smart weight scales out there. So what I did, I went to a tailor's store and I bought myself a conventional measuring tape. That's it here, for just $1. My idea was to measure my weight once a week at the gym, and then also certain variables of my body so that I could have an idea of how my body is changing due to training and diet. So long story short, I reviewed some articles and I came up with a list of 14 variables, and soon I came to realize that every time that I would do this process, it would take me up to 35 minutes to complete everything. On top of that, I noticed that the tape wasn't that precise, meaning that my measurements weren't that consistent every time. For example, I could measure the same body part for 3 times in a row and get 3 different results. I think this was due to mainly 2 reasons. First of all, sometimes you might not apply the tension needed on the tape, so the tape ends up being loose and finally you end up overshooting. Secondly, you gotta make sure that you can read the measurement. Sometimes that's not easy with the conventional measuring tape, and trying to read the measurement can lead you losing tension on the tape, thus ruining your measurement. So you gotta start over. Other times I ended up putting too much tension, as you can see here. Finally, this method can be troublesome when trying to measure chest and shoulders, which admittedly are the most difficult body parts to measure, and you need to be patient. I found that the tape can easily slip, so you gotta start over. You completely ruin your measurement that way. Now, a few weeks ago, I got back to the gym again and I started using the RENPHO Smart Measuring Tape. Got it here. This awesome gadget. And I have used it twice so far to track my progress. So I feel like all the aforementioned problems have been solved to a significant degree, since the RENPHO measuring tape carries significant advantage over the traditional way. So I'm here today to share my experience with you and my first impressions using that tape. First of all, you can perform all your measurements easily and fast by yourself without help from another person. So this product is really small and it can fit in your pocket, so you can take it to the gym and whenever you like. Before measuring though, there are a few important steps you need to take. First of all, make sure the device is connected to your cell phone via Bluetooth. Look for the relative indication to make sure the connection is ongoing. It's important to note that if the device shuts down or your cell phone screen locks, you gotta give it a few seconds to reconnect. The second most important step is to make sure the device is properly set to measure either length or circumference. Long press the unit button to change between these settings. Note that the difference between length and circumference is 2.1 centimeters or 0.84 inches, since the tape needs to needle into the tape receptacle while circumference measuring. A short press of the unit button will simply change from inches to centimeters. So in order to measure a body part, you gotta pull the measuring tape slowly and then make sure you get the locking pin here into the tape receptacle, and you push it until you hear the click sound. This is how you know it's not gonna go away once you're measuring yourself. Try not to retract too fast because it might affect accuracy. Make sure that the form circle has enough space for the body part you're about to measure, and then place it around the desired body part. Make sure the tape is not too loose or too tight. At this point, you might want to adjust the tape if needed just a little bit so that your body part fits inside the circle you formed with the tape. Then press and hold the retract button until the tape has fully retracted around the body part. If you think the measurement is not satisfactory, simply long press the save button to clear to 0. After you're satisfied by the measurement, click the body part name in the mobile application, short press the save button to say via Bluetooth, or press the save button on your mobile application and confirm the measurement. Now let's talk about a few pro tips on how to use a smart measuring tape. So, tip number 1. When keeping track of your progress, it's important that you stay consistent. Therefore, I recommend flexing the muscle like you see here and always measuring wherever the muscle is thickest. The reason for this is simple. The biggest part during flexion will always be easy to pinpoint and will yield reproducible measurements. There's only one point where the muscle is thickest, so the ultimate goal is to have a repository of measurements where you can track your progress, and all measurements need to be made under the same exact circumstances. Measuring the muscle in the non-flexed state has intra-rater variability and will provide you with inconsistent results. Tip number 2. The app can monitor up to 13 preset body parts, but if you believe that the body parts that are included in the application are not enough for you, you can always add a new body part. Simply click selected body part. I personally added measurements for my forearms. And tip number 3, avoid measuring yourself just a few hours after your last gym session, because the muscle is pumped, as you know, so the pump will significantly affect your measurements and you're going to end up overshooting. Therefore, I would recommend that you wait for at least 24 hours after training a certain body part before measuring that body part with a measuring tape. Otherwise, you're going to end up overshooting because the muscle is pumped. Alright guys, this was it for today. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the video or the measuring tape, what was your experience with it, and if you like the video, why not subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Have a good day. Bye bye.